Honorable Ehiozuwa Johnson Agbonayima, former chairman, House of Representatives Committee on Nigeria-U.S. Parliamentary Relations. Welcome to the morning show. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you very much. Good morning to our viewers.
Thank you. Well, gentlemen, to both of you, we've been told so many truths in the media, here and there, about crude oil theft. But the most shocking is a report of the Trans-Escarables pipeline that we were told had been used for siphoning fuel for up to 9 years. And at the exit point is the Afrimo platform managed by Shell. The papers are just reporting this morning that Shell is now going to carry out investigations. So what exactly is true and what exactly is not true? Honorable Agbonayima, you have worked in this area, you've done a lot of research, and Mr. Ejiofor, you are a state security director in the South-South axis. So what exactly is true? What is it that we should treat with a pinch of salt? Let's start with you, Honorable.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Ruben Abati, and our viewers out there. Good morning to you all. Well, this subject matter is a very serious issue that have to deal with the oil theft in our dear nation that have been ongoing for so many years. Unfortunately, I had the opportunity to go into it when I moved a motion in the House, when I was the chairman, House Committee on U.S.-Nigeria Relations. And to the glory of God, Mr. Speaker, the former Speaker, Dugara, Honorable Speaker Dugara then, was very, very active and very cooperative, and he worked so hard. And the members of the 8th session then, we worked diligently to see how we can curb and do the needful to bring to bear this menace of oil theft that has been going on for so many years. As you may know, the motion moved, investigated. I left this country. I went to the United States more than 4 times. I will not fail to mention this name. The current Attorney General of the Federation, who was very supportive. Tom Polo, who was also very supportive in this investigation. What we are seeing today, without fear of favor, Engineer Kessitin, Tom Polo, and a very good friend that worked under President Jonathan, and that is Dr. Leke. They supported me in so many ways because the former President Goodluck Jonathan, wanted to see how we can fight this menace. And I said before on this platform that Tom Polo initiated this drive. We have been blaming the militants for the oil bunkering. The bunkering that is going on in the Niger Delta region, the oil thefts as a result of the militants that do bunkering. And I challenged them that no, apart from the bunkering, there are so many loopholes. There's so much crude oil gone to global destination through dubious means, sold, outside this country, money paid to different accounts. Where this money, repatriated or brought back to Nigeria? That's the question that we should ask. The truth of the matter is that they said the pipe, have been there for 9 years. My question remains, how do they know that it has been there for 9 years? Are you telling me that nobody, no government official were aware before you can bring rig of that magnitude to the high sea and pipe being laid down on the ground for so many years? Nobody can ascertain if it is 9 years, if it is 15 years or 16 years. Anyone that is saying it's 9 years, that means the person must tell us how he was able to identify to know that it's 9 years. Dr. Ruben Abati, my brother and Nigerian people, it is unfortunate. This is a document here. This document was brought to me, sent to me by the company that the former government engaged. And they were paid. The first mobilization was $5 million, that molecular power system, to undergo, to monitor and investigate the crude oil that left this country to global destination. They were to investigate 51 countries, but they were able to undergo to investigate 41. The 41 country investigated, the documents are here. When I was in the house, they sent me a copy, and Dr. Ruben Abati, what is here, what left Nigeria to United States through Port of Houston and Port of Lake Charles? 391 million barrels left this country, undeclared for, through the help of United States Customs, who gave us comprehensive details. Kudos to Molecular Power System and Lumos, who now went further to conduct a terrific and horrific, alarming that you'll be hearing, the outcome of the investigation. It is mind-boggling. Even to India, we have 226 million barrels gone to India. And you will see even Cameroon, Ghana, up to Togo, millions. And there's not enough time to really give details and to show you what left this country. That to the United States alone, over $70 billion gone to voicemail. And we invited an NPC, and they told us, the document they gave us is right here. They are right here. Nothing left Nigeria. But U.S. Customs told us what landed in the United States alone, 391 billion. And it's shocking. I'm happy you are showing on your screen. These are some of the investigations that I carried out, that I went to the United States with the support of the United States Congress then, who were so eager, this is wrong, that today, Nigeria government engaged a lawyer out of the United States, Anthony Stanley Jerome, who did a fantastic work. And he told me, Honorable Congressman EJ, I'm sorry, I am not going back to Nigeria again. The only way we can see light in this issue, we have to bring the litigation back to the United States. That the Nigerian people, some of the lawyers engaged by the Nigerian government, connive with the IOCs and some of the Nigerian companies here in Nigeria, not to see the light of day. Yes, we can have a headway by having commitment and the willingness to do the needful. Let's bring the litigation to the United States that we can get a result. It is mind-boggling, my brother. The documents are here. The money that were paid to various banks, Citibank, Chase Bank, Bank of America, there are details here. But unfortunately, we say Nigeria is broke. Nigeria is not broke. Nigeria is blessed. The money that belongs to Nigerian people is in the hands of the cabal, the few. They are not, quote-unquote, spirits. They are human beings like you and I. But we must do something about this. Enough is enough, Ruben Abati, my brother. This is sad that today, children, students graduated, they cannot get a job. No road. Look at Abuja, Benin is not motorable. Schools, dilapidated. Hospital, nowhere. Nothing to write home about. As a result of the crude oil theft that have derailed the wheel of progress in moving this country forward.
Honorable Yozowa, I'd like to still come back to you and ask you. This is a very mind-boggling report, and good one on you. Good job you have done. I'd like to ask you, what was the span of the report? How many years?
Dollars. It went further. 2013. The total amount of barrels, 267,120,559 barrels, with the average price selling price as at that time, $110 per barrel. Now totaling $29 billion, 415,315,957. Now, you go further to 2014. They told us that they were able to produce 270 million barrels, 120,550, 270 million, 719 and 119 barrels. Average price of $101 per barrel, totaling 27 billion, 588 million, 985,417 dollars. These are barrels. Now, let me tell you what is funny here. CBN confirmation receipt. It takes two to tango. It takes two to tango. CBN confirmation of receipt of the money that will transfer. The barrel they have yielded the total amount of 123 billion, 981 million, 183,703. Now,
70 million barrels per day. So would you also work at a report from 2014 to 2022? So let's see also the rot that is happening as we speak now. And when are you going to release this report to the public so public can have it, every Nigerian can have it out there in their hand? Because that's the way you can sustain what you've started.
Let me tell you something that is shocking to you. These are the banks. The banks money was paid to. Citibank, Chase Bank, Bank of America. All this money, this crude oil that landed in a global destination, the money were paid into various accounts. Where is that money? Are they back to Nigeria? I am ready. If I could do this, I use my resources. It is not government that pay me to go to America for over four times. The United States Congress, that was Honorable Congresswoman Sheila Dasili, supported me. The Congressman Smith, the chairman of U.S. Africa, they all gave me moral support. The DOJ then, they gave me support. They all gave me support.
Are saying that in fact, crude oil theft was not as serious as this until the deployment of almost every military unit, security unit to the place. And that the people behind this, two persons have sent to me, are the security people. And you were saying earlier that, oh, once you do your report, you submit to the relevant authorities, then nothing happens. But these two persons who are relying on their own experience say, in fact, the big thieves are the security people. Do you agree?
Yeah, I completely agree. I said it. It's like giving a thief something to watch for you. Now, the people who are involved in this, you ask them to go and prosecute themselves. The only thing they will do is to re-strategize and see how they will not be mostly, it's not only security agencies. The multinationals, like I said before, if there's a drop in pressure, it also reads in the central data. So if there's no connivance among both the security agencies and the major stakeholders, they won't be successful. The point I'm making is that I'm not exonerating the security agencies because people even lobby to be posted to the Niger Delta now, where they will make money. You remember when Governor Wike on video was telling them that EDPO has a refinery and should be posted out of... so nobody's... But what I'm saying is that it needs a concerted effort from everybody, especially from leadership, to do this. And not just the leadership. We are talking of, like Honorable has talked about Tompolo. You know, we have criminal elements. While I was in the JTF, there was this criminal called John Togo. And Tompolo was even assisting to ensure that that guy was arrested. because he was not representing the interests of the people. He was involved in criminality and representing his own interests and not the interests of the people. So we must encourage the locals, just like the security outfits that have brought all this into limelight. He should work with the security agencies. They should also be able, though it's going to be difficult, to identify the security officials involved in this. This is at the top. And that's why I repeat that the CDS, having taken the initiative to bring this into halt, should also call all the service chiefs and put eyes on the ground to see that our oil output increases. Because this is barely 80% of our economy is dependent on oil. And if we don't have it to do, so what do we do? The economy is crashing. There's global downturn of economy everywhere. So I think the little we have, we should protect it. And there's no way we can do it without getting these people involved and identifying the people who are patriotic enough to protect our assets.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Joe. For very quickly, Honorable